And feeling our sit bones on the earth, connecting to the ground, letting our shoulders drop, letting our breath become natural. Releasing anything that's already happened today and any thoughts of things that have yet to happen, and being present maybe for the first time in our body this morning. Notice how it feels inside your body. Notice any emotions, any thoughts bouncing around. Noticing the skin, the air on your skin. Noticing the parts of your body that are touching the ground, parts of your body that are touching space. We'll place our hands on our belly today with our fingers just barely interlaced, and then as we breathe in, feel the belly expand and the fingers pull apart just a little bit. And on our exhale, feel them pull in gently and the fingers come closer together. A couple times on your own, just noticing the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Not forcing it, but maybe just exaggerating a tiny bit so we really feel that open and close of the body. Now we'll let the hands rest down to our sides with the palms face up. And on our inhale, we'll reach way up to the sky, bringing the hands as close together as you can. And exhale, flip the palms and bring them down to the ground, all the way down. End your breath with touching the floor. So we inhale, lift up. You're complete with your breath when you bring the hands together. And we exhale, stretching it out all the way to match the length of the breath. Bring them back behind you just a little bit as you do this to open the heart a little bit more. Exhaling, squeezing shoulder blades together, dropping arms down. So opening the front of the body. A couple more times on your own. With your breath in, we come up. With the exhale, we come down. This time we'll bring our right arm up on the inhale. And we'll exhale over to the side gently. And reach. Inhale, lift it up nice and tall. And on the exhale, opposite arm goes over. And we reach nice and long over the ear with the arm. Inhale again, back to the first side. Find your own pace. If it's a little bit faster or slower than mine, that's perfect. Doesn't matter. But we inhale on the lift and we exhale on the reach. Let's do one more coming over to the first side. And this time we'll hold here for an extra breath. And on the exhale, see if we can go a little bit further. Push that right hip down into the ground as you reach the arm over as far as it'll go. And then lift up nice and tall. We'll do another one on the other side. So the first one is just kind of getting our bearing, and then the next one is going a little bit deeper, and the third one goes a little bit deeper than that. Inhale, back up to the sky. Both arms reach up this time. On the exhale, right arm comes forward, left hand comes down. Inhale, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, gently pull the belly in and look around that back shoulder. Inhale again, exhale, pull the belly in and twist. One more time, filling, exhaling, twist, twist, twist. Coming back to center, nice and easy. And arms up to the sky with the next inhale. Take your time. Exhale to the other side, fingertips on the ground. Inhale as you push up and lengthen. Exhale, pulling belly in and beginning to twist to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Two more times on your own. The inhale is a lift and the exhale is a pull with the belly and a twist. One more time. Back to center, both arms up to the sky. Hands come down into the heart. Hold for just a moment, and then bring hands down onto the knees. We're going to come to a nice gentle torso roll, so making as big a circle as you can with your head on this, in the sky, sort of. And when you come back, you're going to roll just a little bit onto the towards the tailbone, and feel the belly engage. So we're going just what's comfortable, what's comfortable for you this morning. No need to make extra big circles or anything like that. You're just feeling where your body is this morning. And then let's go the other way in a nice round circle. Good. Now when you feel even, we're going to come back to center, and we'll lean back on our hands a little bit, bringing our legs out in front. Hands can be facing forward or back, doesn't matter. We're just going to roll from one side to the other. So we're going to kind of exaggerate that twist, start to get the hips twisting a little bit. And just seeing where your body is today. What are you feeling today? Where is it producing the most sensation? We'll come to sitting up nice and tall. We'll bring our left leg over our right. Sole of the foot on the floor. Inhale, lifting up nice and tall, just like you did before. And on the exhale, let's turn to the left. So back hand comes behind you. Front hand holds on to the knee, pulls it into the chest. And we twist again, this time just a little further than before. So inhale, lengthen, exhale. Let's twist that again as though you're pulling that belly around the thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the belly in and twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One more time right here on your own. And come on back to center, nice and easy. And we'll give ourselves a counter twist. So we're going to come to the other side. And this time both hands come down. We keep that left leg crossed over. We're going to bend in the elbows and touch the nose towards the floor. Or even to the floor maybe, in a little push-up. Nice, so we're going to pull the knee in. That's of your right leg. So you're sitting nice and tall on that, that heel is in towards your hip. And we're going to turn again to that left side. It's a little tricky the first time. It's okay, you'll get it. So push into the hands, push up onto both feet, and you're going to come into sort of like, well, all fours, feet and hands on the ground. Walk the hands to the right. Keep walking, walking, walking over to that right foot, and then bend the knees. And when you sit, you may end up with your right leg crossed over your left. If you don't, you're just going to do that. Cross your right leg over your left. Flex the hip of that bottom leg. Hold the knee in nice and tall. Drop the shoulders, lifting really tall out of the hips. Take a nice breath in. On your exhale, begin to twist. So right hand comes behind, left hand holds on to that knee again, and we clear the belly around. As we inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, pull the belly in and twist again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull the belly in, trying to clear that thigh. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, twist, twist, twist to the side. And then we return to center and over to the second side. Hands come down. Bend in the elbows, keep that foot on the floor. Nose towards the ground, little push up. Push into those hands, lift up. And then tuck that left leg in. And you're sitting once again with one leg over the other. So my left leg is on top. My hands are going to come over. I'm sorry, my right leg is on top. Your hands are going to come over to the opposite side. Push the hands, push up into the hips. So you're kind of like on your feet and hands, I don't know what to call it. Walk around all the way to the left, 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 all the way, and have yourself a seat once again. Good. In this position, we're going to move on to something else. We're going to bring soles of the feet together. We'll come back to that in a minute. Forward fold, holding on to ankles or legs or feet, and just gently pressing in with the elbows into the knees. Feel a little opening happening on the outside of the hips here. Let your head drop. Let your body relax here. Nice breath in, nice breath out. As you breathe in, we lengthen. As you breathe out, you come forward a little bit more. One more time, inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. Good, and then we'll come up to sitting. And we'll swing the legs around. We're going to come onto all fours. So on all fours, we'll go into our little cat-cow. We'll drop the belly with our inhale, looking slightly forward. With our exhale, we round the back up, tuck the chin, press into the hands. Inhale, drop again into your cow. Exhale, into your angry Halloween cat. Pull the belly muscles in, back up towards the sky. 2 more times on your own. Follow your own breath. Just make this yours. And one more time, wherever you are. take your time. Good, we'll come to a nice flat back, and we'll reach our left leg back and our right arm forward. Find your balance, make sure your hips are level. The back foot that's on the ground, it can be tucked in the toes or it can be flat on the top of the foot, whatever works for you best. And we'll reach away from the body, hand coming forward, heel coming back. Let's turn the arm out to the right and bring the leg out to the left. So now they're kind of in a line with each other to the sides of the body. And then bring it all the way back, hand in front, heel and back. Once more, bringing it all the way out to the edges. Hold it and then bring it back nice and smooth as you can. Bring the right hand down and cross the left leg over to the right side. So it's crossing over the right leg on the floor. Push your hands into the ground and turn to the right, looking over at that left leg, which is now on your right side. Getting a stretch on the left side of the body. Bring it on back to center, both knees come down, and you'll take a couple little cat-cows, just to reset in between. Bring your back flat, your right leg comes out, toes to the ground, your left arm comes forward, and we reach really long out of the body. Watch that the shoulder is down away from the ear, and then bring the leg out to the side and the arm out to the side. Come on back, and come out again. Keep it as high as you can, bringing it forward as high as you can with that leg. And then come on back. Left hand down to the ground, cross the right leg way over. Tuck the toes, push into the hands, look over your left shoulder. As far as you can, feel a nice stretch in the right side of your back, right side of your body. And then come on back to center, both knees down. And we'll cat cows one more time. Walk our hands, one handprint forward from where they are right now. Tuck your toes and come into your first downward facing dog. Make this really gentle this morning, starting with a nice bent knee in both knees. And then gently straightening one heel down to the ground and then the other. Not to the ground, towards the ground. Mine will never reach to the ground, that's okay. Bring our hips up all the way to the sky, push strong into the arms. Head comes in between your upper arms. Heels press towards the earth. Pull the belly in on your exhale. And then walk yourself forward on your inhale. Gentle steps towards your hands. Just as far as you can go. And then bend the knees. We're going to roll up nice and easy. All the way up to standing. Nice and tall on your mat. Once we're tall all the way up, our arms come up to the sky. And with our exhale, we bring hands through heart center to a gentle forward fold. Let's hang out here for a moment in our forward fold. Legs can be hip width distance or toes can be touching. Whatever's comfortable for you. Let your head hang. And maybe fold your arms and let them pull you down towards the earth. Gentle side to side sway. Or anything that feels relaxing for you now, but relax the head. Let it go nice and heavy. Unfold the arms, roll yourself up, using each section of your back to lift you up nice and tall. Arms come up to the sky and hands come down into the heart again. Another forward fold, nice and easy, folding from the hips. Soften the knees, forward. Roll it up nice and easy, pulling belly muscles in, nice and long, arms up to the sky again. Exhale to your forward fold, let it hang for a moment to the bottom of your exhale. Inhale, come to your halfway lift, shoulder blades behind you, and together, exhale, fold forward again, let the belly muscles go. Now continue up, pulling belly muscles in, stacking each vertebra up to the sky. And hands come back into the heart. We're going to add on to that a little bit. We're going to make it a little different this morning because I just learned this in another class. So I like to steal everything I can that I like. And I'm sure my friend won't mind. So we'll bring our legs out. We're just going to practice horse for a moment. So we'll bring the knees out over the ankles, or over the toes rather. but we're not knocking in or out. We're kind of staying as flat as we can. Working our thighs a little bit. And then in horse, typically we have a palms face up or a palm. We'll call it goddess today because we're all girls here today. We'll bring our hands into the heart and we'll come forward. Keep the knees bent exactly the way they are. We'll come to a forward fold with our fingertips on the ground. And come down maybe a little bit lower, but don't relax the legs so you're not dropping all the way down. You're going to keep a little tension in those legs. And we'll lengthen our back like our halfway lift. On our exhale, we'll fold forward, push into the heels, straighten the legs in your forward fold. And roll up nice and easy all the way up to the sky again. With your hands up to the sky and bring them into your heart. We'll bend the knees again, and this time we'll reach our arms open as we do. We'll bring them through the heart, forward fold, hands to the ground. Inhale, come to your flat back, lengthening through the spine. Back is parallel to the floor. And on your exhale, we'll lift the legs, the hips rather, straighten the legs, and come to your forward fold. Roll yourself up nice and easy. Knees are straight, but with a little softness in them. All the way up to the sky. We'll do this a couple more times. Hands through the center into your goddess pose. On your next exhale, forward fold. Hand to the ground. Inhale to your lengthen back. Exhale to your forward fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, rolling up nice and tall. To your wide-legged mountain pose. Hands come into the heart. Take a breath here, in and out. Lowering down again, widen the legs into your horse pose or goddess pose. Exhale, come to your forward fold. Dropping down to the earth, knees stay bent. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale to your forward fold. Knees straighten up, hips come to the sky. Inhale, stack the spine, rolling all the way up once more. And exhale into the heart. Let's do one more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the spine. Press into the feet. Exhale, fingertips to the ground. We'll lift the legs. Straighten the legs out. And inhale, roll it up. All the way up to the sky. And hands down to the heart. Nice. While we're here, let's widen the legs out a little bit more. And we'll lift our arms up to the sky. We'll do some moon salutations today. So we'll come over to the side. Doesn't matter which one. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, other side, all the way over. Inhale up to center. Come down into your goddess pose again. And lift up nice and tall. Let's come over to the left. So my right foot turns parallel to the edge of the mat. My left foot turns out. Push the hip back, come into your triangle pose. Left arm down to the leg. Back is flat against the wall. Arm comes up to the sky. Reach open with that heart. Now soften in both knees. Carefully turn the hips towards the earth. And come to the pyramid pose where you just fold it over that long left leg. Walk the hands in front of the leg and bend into the left leg for Skandasana. So right foot can come up with your heel on the ground, or it can stay flat, whatever you prefer. And then stay really low and creep yourself over to the right. Flex that long leg, or keep it flat. And come back to center, over to the first side again. Getting into those hips a little bit more, getting into the thighs a little bit more. Back over to the right side, we're gonna stay here. And remember the pyramid we did on the left, so we're gonna do the same thing on the right. Walk the hands around to the right. Lift up that, straighten up with your right leg in front. You're folded over your right leg, and your left leg is in the back, tilted in. The foot is tilted in. And you relax over that knee. We're going to keep the right leg where it is, but our left leg now is going to come so the foot is parallel to the short end of the mat. And we're going to come into triangle. So we'll straighten that bottom leg, open the heart. So it's weird coming from the bottom up into triangle. A little bit harder maybe. Lift up nice and tall. And now we're back sort of where we started. We're going to come back into our goddess pose, back into our standing star. And we're going to go to our triangle to the side we just came from. So extend over. Hand comes down to the leg. Don't press hard in the leg. Open in the heart. Open the shoulder to the sky. And then softly return over that leg. So pull the belly in. Turn the hips parallel to the floor. Drop over that front leg. Bend it as much as you need to. And turn the back toes in. Or turn them out to the corner of the mat. Let your body relax in this nice relaxing pyramid pose. Then walk your hands over in front. Bend into the right leg. Now you're in Skandasana on the other side. We're going to stay really low. Come over to Skandasana on the second side. And back to the first side. Stay low. And over. And come back to the second side. Good. Hold it right there. Hold for a moment. See if maybe you can lift up for just a moment and feel the legs holding you up. I'm really off balance today, but that's okay. If you feel wobbly, that's totally okay. We're going to come into pyramid now on this side. So our back foot turns in. Our front leg straightens, but not completely, and we over that long leg. Straighten the back foot so it's parallel to the short end of the mat. Right foot is front foot is turned to the tip of the mat. Straighten the leg and come on into triangle from the bottom up. Lifting all the way up to the sky. And back into your goddess pose. Both heels in, both toes out, drop it down. Nice, and lift up again, nice and tall. You do one more set of this. So go over to one side, stretching open in the side body. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift. Arms come out. Pyramid to the side triangle to the side you just left. Legs are straight, left toes out to the tip of the mat. Reach, and then drop the arm down. Top arm to the sky. Bend in that front knee. Gently fold over that leg. Turn the toes of the back foot out toward the corner of the mat, front corner of the mat, and fold over. Hands walk in front of that foot. Bend that bottom leg, stretch out the opposite one. Come to the other side. And see again if you can hold here. Just see if you can lift yourself up. Stay nice and tall. Nice. We're going to walk the hands around to the right. Turn into your pyramid pose. Turning the toes to the front of the mat. Back foot turns out. Forward fold over the long leg. A lot of traffic activity out here today. So now on your back foot, you're going to make it parallel to the end of the mat. Straighten up in the front leg and open up into your pyramid. Way, way, way open. Good. Lift it up nice and tall. All the way to center into your star pose and down into your goddess again. Inhale, lifting up to the sky. Bring the arms out. Into triangle on the side you just came from. Right arm comes down, left arm comes to the sky. Open the heart. Folding over it. Front leg into your pyramid pose. Back leg turns out. Folding gently, soft bend in the front knee. Walk the hands in front. Bend into that bottom leg. There's Skandasana one more time to this side. One time over to the other side. Check it again. See if you can hold yourself up with little to no help of your hands. And then press that heel down and turn into your pyramid. Be mindful you're turning your hips. You want to go slowly and carefully forward, fold over that leg. Take the back foot so it's parallel to the short end of the mat. Bring your hand in front and lift up, opening into your triangle. Push that back hip away a little bit, push a little bit more. Lift up nice and tall. Arms into star again. And hands down into heart center. Let's lift up onto both balls of the feet, lifting both heels. A little bit of wiggle there, that's okay, that's your muscles working. Heels down to the ground, stay low, and then lift up nice and slow. Come back down into your goddess pose. Roll the heels up, push the heels down, and straighten again. Nice and easy. One more time, coming down as low as you can. Relax the shoulders, lift the heels. Heels come down to the ground, hold, 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 drop another inch, squeeze in your glutes a little bit, unloosen your toes, and then straighten out nice and tall, slow, slow, slow. Nice. Bring the forward fold all the way down towards the ground, bending the knees as much as you like. Into your forward fold, just gently swinging just a little bit side to side. When you swing over to one side, feel the other hip area just above the hip open up a little bit and loosen. If your back feels tight here, bend the knees a little more as you swing. And then we'll bring the left hand down to the ground. Heels can be either right behind toes or toes can be turned out, whatever's most comfortable for you. Your left hand down to the ground, right arm will open up all the way to the sky. Reaching with the top arm and pushing down with the bottom arm. Feel that opening in the chest. And then we'll come back down. Right hand down, left arm up. Inhale with this opening lift. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, over to the right again, lifting that top arm, softening the knees if they're really locked. Exhale, bring the hand down. Other arm lifts up nice and tall. And bring it down right next to the other hand. Let's heel toe our feet back together to they're about hip width distance. And we'll bend in our knees. We're going to come up to our chair pose. So bending in knees, arms come up just as far as they're comfortable. Maybe let's bring them straight out today. Push strong in the legs, knees are in line with the toes. And then bring the hands behind us, palms face down. And stick your butt out just a little bit. So we're rounding our back just a little bit. Coming back up, we're going to tuck the pelvis again, come into your chair. Come straight ahead if you like. Bring it behind you. Palms face down. One more time into your chair. Breathe here. Place your hands down on your knees. Shrug your shoulders and straighten your legs. Come into your gentle forward fold. Maybe your fingertips touch, maybe they don't. You can hold onto your legs or the floor. We're just going to bend one knee and then the other and work into that lower back. One heel coming forward and then the other. We'll roll ourselves up with soft knees, all the way up to standing. Hands come to the lower back. Elbows come towards each other. Nice wide stance. Push the hips forward. Give yourself a beautiful heart opener. Take a breath in. Exhale. Open a little bit more. Inhale, breathe here. Exhale. Open up the heart. Then back up to standing, nice and easy. We'll do a little balancing before we come down onto the floor. So our balancing flow today will be determined. We'll see what happens. Right leg comes up into a right angle. Exhale, we're going to bring it back behind us. And we're going to come into airplane pose. Feel that wobble in the bottom leg? That's perfectly fine. That's what's keeping you balanced. Let's drop the back leg down and bring the left knee bent up into your lunge. And we'll roll into our warrior two. Our left leg is the front leg. My arms are out. Give me a little more bend in there, a little more bend in the knee. Nice. And then let's come into our triangle again. Reaching down to the left leg, open the heart, up to the sky with the right arm. Let's lift it up again, nice and tall. We're going to turn to the front of the mat and set that right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, left leg comes up, working on your balance. Exhale, bring it behind you into airplane pose. Take a breath here. Another exhale out. One more breath in. And bend the knee and exhale, drop the back leg down into your lunge. Let's turn into warrior two. Bend strong in that front leg. Then we'll straighten it, come into your triangle pose. Once again, opening the heart. Come back to your warrior two. And bring the left foot back to meet the right. Let's lift the right leg up again, this time coming into tree. So find the spot on your left leg that the sole of your right foot wants to go to today. Maybe it's the bottom, maybe it's the middle, maybe it's all the way up. Wherever it is, just press that foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Turn the knee out, open your heart. Beautiful strong tree from the roots all the way to the branches. Think about maybe today the strength of your tree and how it always stands up for you, no matter what. Some days are wobbly, some days are super strong. Your tree is always there. And then we'll take that leg out carefully, place it down. Other leg comes up, slide it to whatever part of this leg you want to go to. Turn the knee out. Lift the heart. And just find the strength in your roots holding you up. And the top of your head, your branches reaching to the sky. Once again, dependable and loyal. Not always still, but always supportive. Bring that leg out. And bring it down next to the other one. Walk your legs out for just a moment and let your hips exaggerate over to one side and then the other. Good. We're going to walk the legs out just a little bit, coming down to sitting, but we're going to go down in form of a crow. So let's come down in our squat. Hands to the ground. You can hug your knees into your elbows. Or you can make your elbows into shelves, so bend them. And bring the knees on top of the triceps. Today, maybe you want to lift one leg or both legs, whatever you choose. Look slightly forward, so you're not looking back at your feet. They know what they're doing. And pull the belly muscles in, nice and strong. And when you're done trying, just give it a rest. Let all that go. So let's come to, I'm going to try and do another thing that I did yesterday that I might not remember exactly, but I'll work it out. Let's bring our right leg out. Let's bring both legs out to start. Sitting nice and long on a mat. Let's cross the left leg over. Just like we did before. Give it a nice hug. And then we're going to turn to the right. So my right hand will come down. I'm going to come onto my right hip so that I'm kind of lounging a little bit. The edge of my right foot is down onto the ground. And my left foot is pointing towards the front, towards the forward. My right hand comes down to the palm. I'm going to use my other hand to lift myself up. And I'm going to come into a nice, I don't know what this is, whatever it is. So open the heart up, press down with that bottom foot, the front foot, as well as the side foot. And then let's soften it down, but let's not come all the way. So we're going to come and just hover over the ground for a moment. Feel this in your arm. Push your shoulder away from your ear and push up again, nice and strong, hips to the sky, reaching up, maybe overhead this time. Come on down one more time, not all the way. Hips hover right above the ground. Lifting up, swing that arm up, push strong into the leg so it's not all on your hands. And come down nice and easy. Let it come all the way down. Sit back on both sit bones again, hold on to that knee, stretch yourself tall. And let your shoulders drop with your exhale. Let's swing the legs around to the other side. This time, right leg is over. And I'm going to turn on to that left hip. And the edge of my left foot is on the floor. Pressed against the earth, and the bottom of my right foot is on the floor. My hand is down. On my inhale, I'm going to push up strong. Press into the sole of that right foot and the edge of the long leg, and come on up. Exhale, lower down with as much control as you can. If you can, hover for a moment, whoops, and then lift it back up. And then bring it down one more time. One more push up all the way to the sky. Arm comes up and over, making an arch in your body. And then lower it down. That side was really wobbly for me. And come on back to center. And let's keep that right leg crossed. So come on in, hold it towards your hip, and gently place your elbow on that knee and just open it up a little bit. Let that foot soften completely. You're just getting a little bit of a stretch. If you like to rock side to side on this, that's great. But if you want to just stay still, that's fine. Hands come down, press nice and easy. Open up the hip, the right hip. And then lift it up. We're going to lift the right leg, stretch the right leg out, cross the left one over. Hold it all the way up. Pressing down with the elbow on that knee. One hip will be more open than the other. Totally okay. Hands come down to that knee. Maybe give it a little extra push. Opening up in the front of that hip. And coming back. Legs come out to the front. Let's bring the soles of the feet down on the ground. We'll lower our back down onto the mat. We can do it slow or fast, doesn't matter. If you want to plop it down, that's totally okay. If you want to try to work the core a little bit, you can resist. Pressing one vertebra from the bottom to the top, all the way in, and then bring your knees in for a nice hug. Rock them side to side. Let your head relax here. We hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. We're going to try and do this without all that tension. Just letting our shoulders relax to the ground. Palms can be up or down, whatever's most comfortable. We'll drop our knees over to the right. So they're coming close to the right elbow. And feel a stretch in the left side of the body. Now pull the belly muscles in and cross the legs over the left. Knee down towards the other elbow. Feel a stretch in the right side of the body, or twist. And then pull the belly in, back up to the sky. And we're going to undo the legs a little bit, so a little bit less of an angle. Or more of an angle. And then we're going to come over to one side. Again, a little more work this time because your legs are pulling, lifted out, extended out. Pulling back up to the sky, pull the belly in. Cross over to the left, drop the knees to the left elbow. And then pull the belly in again, back to where you started. One more extension if you like. If your back hurts, I want you to stay in a middle extension. If it feels okay, you can lengthen a little more, but not totally straight. Arms come out again, dropping over to the right. Dropping is easy, the lifting is hard. Pull the belly in, lift up, use the core muscles across the body and over to the other side. Drop them down. Pull the belly muscles in, lift up one more time. And then bring the knees in for a nice hug. So you can separate them, hold them one in each hand. Pull them into the belly, rock, 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 side to side. Bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. And peel the back up into your bridge pose. So tucking the pelvis first, lifting up strong to the sky. Chin and sternum come close to each other. We don't turn our head. We just push, push, push with the legs and the feet. And then we lower down nice and easy, top to bottom with the spine. Once you come down to the ground, take a nice little breath and a relaxation. Drop the knees to the right and the left. Just opening those hips again. Back up, knees to the sky. Tilt the pelvis, pull up. Once more, way up to the sky. Sternum and chin come together. And lower down again, all the way to the ground. Drop the knees over to the right and the left again. Gentle stretching open of the hips. And the lower back. Nice. Let's roll to one side. And actually, let's roll all the way onto our belly. Perfect. So down onto our belly, hands underneath our shoulders. Lift the legs up, feet down to the ground, pressing down, tops of my feet on the floor, chin or forehead to the earth. On your next inhale, lift up gently, undoing the neck, uncurling the neck, lifting up into your very gentle cobra. Elbows stay in. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting up. Push down with the hips and the legs. Exhale, lowering down again. And one more time, lifting up. Elbows into the ribs. Nice, coming all the way down to the ground. We'll do a little relaxation for our back. So first we'll bend the knees and open the knees a little bit from each other. We're just gonna let them sway side to side. So as they do this, start to notice a relaxation, hopefully, in the sacral area, your lower back. You're just moving in your hips gently. And then you can do circles if you like, or any other kind of motion. You can do one at a time or both together. And once you get both directions down, we're going to bring the legs back together, and the toes will meet and the heels will fall apart towards the outer edges of your mat. We can bring our hands to our sides, if you like. Palms face up, and find your ear towards the ground, so turning your head over one shoulder. Soften completely with those shoulders down to the earth. Let the feet relax and feel again a little widening in the sacral area. And in this position, begin to notice your breath. As your belly presses against the earth on your inhale and pulls away slightly on your exhale. Feel the entirety of your body touching and kind of communicating with the earth. Connected to the earth. Part of it. An important part of it. This can be a really grounding posture if you feel a little bit out of sorts at times. Just connect your body as much as you can with the ground. And on your belly, it's a little bit more comforting than, or a little bit less vulnerable than on your back. And imagine that the earth is breathing with you, or almost breathing for you. We'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders again. Zip up the legs one more time. And this time come into a nice high cobra, just as high as it feels good on your back, not to stress it out or tense it up or anything. And then push back to all fours. Bring your knees apart, big toes together, and into your child's pose, sitting on your heels, arms reaching out in front. Let your forehead rest on the ground and roll your head left and right. Massaging the center of wisdom in the middle of our forehead. We'll walk the hands over to the left off the mat, stretching the side body, folding down as far as you can, taking a nice breath here, and then walking through center as low as you can, over to the right side, and stretching to that side as well, opening up the left side of the body. Bring the hands back down onto the ground. And think for a moment about what form of Shavasana your body would like to take today. So all the options are open. Legs up the wall, legs up the furniture, anything like that, or just flat on your back or on your belly today. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to sit up, but you can find any position that you like. Using any props that you like. Noting that you can change anytime you need to. You can always move in your Shavasana if you need to. You don't have to stay still in a position that you don't like. And as our body softens, sometimes it finds a way, finds another position it would like to be in. Something calls to it. So go ahead and follow that. Let your body become nice and heavy, melting into the ground. We'll do a little body scan today from the toes up to the head, beginning with the bottoms of your feet. Feel the soles of your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet, your heels, all the way into your ankles. And you can wiggle them and stretch them and just let them become heavy, or you can just not do anything with them and just kind of imagine them in your head. And rather than thinking about exactly how they look, let's think today about their function. Think of all the places that your feet have brought you, all the sensations that your feet have had. And then think of a really pleasant one that they might have had. Like after a long hike, you put them in a pool of water. Or if you rest them like feet up to the sky, elevated and relaxed, as kind of a thank you to where they brought you. And breathing in nice and deep, I'm aware of my feet. And exhaling, I feel gratitude for my feet. From the bones all the way into the muscles, all the way out to the skin. Breathing in, aware. Breathing out, grateful. Bringing attention into your legs. From the ankles into the calves, into the shins, into the knees, front and back of the knees, into the thighs, all four quads, front, back, in, out, into the hips. And think for a moment of somewhere that your legs have brought you where you thought they for sure they were going to give out, but they kept going. Think of a time when you were really able to express yourself with your legs, whether through dance or yoga, running, biking, sports, swimming, whatever it is. Playing on the playground as a kid. Breathing in, I'm aware of my legs, from my hips all the way down to my ankles. And breathing out, I am grateful for all the places my legs have brought me, all the joy, all the experience. So breathing in, aware, breathing out, grateful. Bring attention to your spine from the tip of your tailbone all the way through your lower back, into your middle back, into your upper back, and way into the tiny bones of your neck. And then imagine things that you have done with your spine, well, everything you've done with your spine today already. Got out of bed, sat up, put your clothes on, walked, all those things. But then all the fun things that you've been able to do with your spine as well. So again, dancing and yoga come to mind, but many other things that only you can think of. But think about times when your body has twisted, times when it's folded, times when it's stretched side to side, times when it's looked up in a back bend, a heart opener, all those things due to your spine. Breathing in, I'm aware of my spine, and exhaling, I am grateful. Breathing in, aware, breathing out, gratitude. Bring your attention to your shoulders, your shoulder blades behind you, the tops of your shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers. The many things that we've experienced with our arms and hands, whether it's creativity, whether it's creatively creating whatever it is, maybe art, sculpture, drawing, painting, scribbling, coloring, or maybe music. They ever like brighten the joy of life with music for others to hear. They ever hug something so dear or someone so dear. All of that could not have been done without your hands and arms. Breathing in, I'm aware of every inch of my beautiful arms and hands, and breathing out, I feel gratitude for everything they have done for me. Breathing in, awareness. Breathing out, gratitude. Finally coming into your neck, the softness of your neck, your throat, into your heavy head on the mat. Let it rest. Let it relax. And bring awareness to your senses. Your sense of sight, the beautiful things you have seen in your life, the colors, nature, whatever spectacular things you have seen. And then bring your awareness to your ears and the most incredible sounds you heard. Maybe sounds of your best friend, maybe sounds of a child laughing, maybe just beautiful music. Awareness to your sense of smell and your sense of taste. The most beautiful aromas and the most exquisite tastes that you've been privileged to have. Breathing in, aware of my senses, and breathing out, hopefully more grateful for my senses than ever before. Breathing in, aware, breathing out, gratitude. Now bring all those parts together from your toes all the way up to your head. Feel the connection that the breath brings in. Breathing in, filling, breathing out, releasing. Breathing in, aware of my breath. Breathing out, grateful. Rest for just a moment in the quiet, letting the body sink in and absorb this relaxation. And you could begin to bring awareness to your breath without moving a muscle, simply bringing your mind back to your inhale and exhale. Not doing anything more than that, just noticing the in and out of the breath. And begin to wiggle the fingers and toes in any way that feels nice to you this morning. And maybe fold the knees, bend the knees up so that the soles of the feet are coming closer to the hips. And you can sway them side to side if you like, or just keep them where they are. Really trusting your body now to tell you what it would like, what would make it feel good. Think about how you want to get up to sitting, so that maybe by rolling to one side and walking up, maybe by coming to all fours and then sitting. Whatever your body suggests to you today, listen to it and try that way. We take our time coming back up to sitting to any comfortable seat. So maybe this is the first pose you took this morning, or maybe it's different. Maybe what's comfortable is different now. Dropping shoulders away from our ears, bring our hands onto our thighs. Let the shoulders begin to make some nice circles, just kind of loosening up a little bit. Maybe a little twist side to side, whatever feels good in your body today. Knowing that this is your practice, your choices, your body movement, and it'll fluctuate from day to day. That's perfectly fine. We'll bring our hands into our heart and find that nice warm spot that represents gratitude, belonging, and then tap gently on that area with your thumbs. So this is working on your immune system, through some reflexology points, and we're just making our immune system strong, healthy, fighting off anything that it needs, keeping all of our inner organs healthy and effective, our inner body systems working to their peak, keeping us strong, vibrant, healthy, and then bring the hands to stillness right into your heart. Find that beautiful light that lives inside of you, and know that the light that lives in me sees and honors, bows to, and celebrates the unique light that lives within you. Namaste.